I was sitting around thinking about all those classic holiday specials I used to love to watch with Logan when he was young. And it dawned on me there was so much stigma woven into those characters. They were judged, labeled, excluded, and misunderstood. Yet every single one of them found a way to rise above it. And that's exactly what I want to talk about today. Today's episode of Logan's Voice looks at how even the most iconic holiday characters face judgment, shame, and exclusion. We're talking about the stigma inside these stories and what they can teach us about compassion, mental health, addiction, grief, and the danger of staying silent. I'm Doug Ballinger, Logan's dad, and this is Logan's Voice, where we talk honestly about addiction, mental wellness, grief, recovery, and the poison drug supply in America. And I share these stories so no other family has to walk this road alone. Before we get started, make sure you follow the podcast, subscribe on YouTube, and share this episode with someone who needs it. Every follow helps keep this mission alive and keeps Logan's voice alive. So let's dive in. People watch holiday specials for nostalgia, but when you take a closer look, many of these stories are actually about stigma. They show how quickly we label people, how fast we judge them, and how often we misunderstand them. Rudolph, for example, was born with one difference, and that was all it took for his world to turn on him. He was mocked, excluded, and humiliated. His peers laughed at him. His coach shamed him. Even Santa dismissed him at first. Rudolph was never the problem. The way he was treated was the problem. And then Hermey the elf. Hermey wanted to be a dentist in a world where every elf was expected to make toys. For wanting something different, he was laughed at and told he didn't belong. That is what happens to so many kids and adults who feel different or struggle with mental health. They get pushed into silence instead of encouraged to be themselves. And then those Misfit toys, those toys were abandoned because they weren't considered perfect. A train with square wheels, a bird that swims instead of flies, a jack in the box named Charlie. They were labeled defective and cast aside. So many people in our world today feel like misfits because of grief, trauma, addiction, mental illness, or simply because they don't fit the picture other people want to see. And the Grinch, oh, the Grinch, he wasn't evil. He was lonely. He was hurting. He was isolated because he never felt like he belonged. His bitterness grew out of abandonment and pain. And what changed him wasn't punishment, it was compassion. A little girl, Cindy Lou Who, chose to see him as a person instead of a threat. Cindy Lou questioned the story her whole town believed. She reached out instead of turning away. She reminds us what compassion looks like in action. She saw possibility where everyone else saw danger. And oh, Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown lived with emotional stigma. He was mocked, ignored, and dismissed. When he expressed sadness, people laughed at him. When he picked that little tree, they ridiculed him. People expected him to perform happiness on demand. That is exactly what grieving people face during the holiday season. And Frosty the Snowman, he was different, and adults didn't understand him. Confusion turned into fear, and fear turned into panic. Frosty wasn't dangerous, he was just misunderstood. People struggling with addiction or mental illness get the same reaction. And remember Bumble, the abominable snowman? Bumble began as a monster in everyone's eyes, but once someone took time to understand him, they realized he was just lonely too. Once he felt seen, he softened. He became part of the community. He even helped decorate the Christmas tree. Stigma hides potential behind fear. Even Santa was stigmatized. He was labeled as a criminal. The Burgermeister banned toys and punished joy. Santa had to operate in the shadows. That mirrors how so many people feel when they hide their struggles because they fear judgment. All of these characters show us something important. Stigma has always been part of our stories. The question is whether we're going to learn from it. Stigma silences people. It keeps them from reaching out. It pushes them into hiding. People battling addiction or depression stay quiet because they fear being labeled weak, broken, or hopeless. Silence is deadly in today's world. The poison drug supply turns one moment of shame into a fatal moment. People hide their pain, their mistakes, their cravings, their fears, and that silence becomes the opportunity fentanyl needs to take a life. Rudolph found his voice. The Grinch found connection. The Misfit Toys found a home. But real people do not always get that second chance when judgment keeps them quiet. The holiday season puts pressure on people to be cheerful, joyful, and strong. But grief doesn't take a break for Christmas. Depression doesn't pause. Anxiety doesn't calm down. Addiction doesn't go on vacation. Many people feel like Charlie Brown. Many feel like the Misfit Toys. Some feel like the Grinch, isolated and hurting. And grieving families like mine sit at tables with empty chairs that make the season feel heavier. We have to stop pretending the holidays are easy for everyone because they are not. Every holiday story that begins with stigma ends with compassion. Rudolph became the hero when someone sees his worth. Hermey finds confidence when he is accepted. The Misfit Toys find purpose when someone understands them. The Grinch's heart grows when someone shows him kindness. Bumble softens when he feels included. Compassion transforms the story. It always does. People heal when they feel seen. Judgment closes doors. Compassion opens them. This part is personal. This is my reason why. Stigma and a poison drug supply took my son Logan. He was not a label. He was a human being with a story, a future, and a family who loved him deeply. Stigma kept him silent. Stigma kept others from understanding the danger he faced. And stigma keeps too many families from having the conversations that might save a life. If these holiday stories teach us anything, it's that compassion changes everything. My mission now is to help people see the truth. Stigma killed my son. Awareness can save someone else's. This is why I speak. This is why Logan's voice exists. This is why I will not be silent. If this episode spoke to you, please share it. Follow the podcast. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook. Leave a comment and help us fight stigma together. Someone out there needs this message today. And if you're struggling this holiday season, remember this. You are not broken. You are not alone. You are worth saving and you matter. I'm Doug Ballinger, Logan's dad. Thank you for being part of Logan's voice. I am Logan's voice. I am Logan's dad, and I will not be silent.